This video is for those who want to hike the Annapurna circuit by themselves without guide. We explain how to start the trail from Pokhara or from Kathmandu. Additionally, we will suggest where the best place is to start hiking. You'll accompany me through the villages so you can see the challenges for yourself. You will see where to buy the permit, where the checkpoint is, and we will explain all the regulations about hiring a guide. We will discuss the details about some locations that are difficult to pass through, and also how to walk through the Thorung La Pass. To hike the Annapurna circuit, you will need the ECAP permit. To get this, you'll need your passport, 2 passport-sized photos, and 3,000 rupees, which is about $33 US. You can apply for the ECAP permit in both Kathmandu or Pokhara. We suggest you apply in the morning, where you'll receive it in the same day in the afternoon. We also suggest you purchase a physical map. Bessi Sahara is the gateway to enter the Annapurna circuit. To get there, you'll have to take a bus from Kathmandu to Bessi Sahara, which is about a 6-hour ride. Alternatively, you can also take the bus from Pokhara, which is about a 4-hour ride. Once you arrive to Bessi Sahara, you can book a jeep to Chame for the next morning. The private jeep ride to Chame costs $120 US, and it's a 4-hour ride. But if you're 5 in the jeep, it's only $20 each, so we recommend you carpool with other hikers. Although most people start the trek from Chame where the road ends, you can choose to be dropped off anywhere between Bessi Sahara and Chame. Some even start the trek from Bessi Sahara, although that involves walking on the road sometimes. The jeep path in white between Bessi Sahara and Chame is for vehicles, but there is a hiking trail dotted red on the east side of the river. We did not do that trail, though we should have. We saw it from the jeep and it looked beautiful.
The most popular places to start the trail are CNG, Jagat, Shiamshi, and Tol.
Initially, we were supposed to be dropped off in Chame, but because of motion sickness, I got off in Tel. That added 2 extra days, and I did not regret it. At the time we were there, the trail was closed due to a rock avalanche that caused the death of a hiker. So we walked on the jeep path to Chame. The jeep traffic is not so intense during the high season of October. There was on average 1 jeep every 10 minutes, and they don't drive fast, so it didn't bother me. If you're sensitive to motion sickness, you will certainly be sick. The road is worse than bad. Plan to minimize the journey by jeep. The mountain goat is the best friend of the Nepalese. They can eat on any impossible slope, in any weather. Here is an elevation map of the whole Annapurna circuit, starting from the left. We passed by Chamachi waterfall. In the morning, leaving Darapani for Chame. Next morning, leaving Chame to Upper Pisang. Most of the circuit is under 4,000 meters. Very few people suffer acute mountain sickness. This little section is on the east side of the river. Here is a glimpse at one of the 6 Annapurna summits. A lot of new construction. Leaving between Chame and Upper Pisang, you will come across a mountain shaped in the form of a bowl, called Pangri Danda. Arriving in Upper Pisang, early October, there's plenty of rooms available.
It's 600 rupees for 2 beds. And look at the view. Wow. This is $1 million view. And then you can see Annapurna 3rd or 2nd.
It's a very easy walk when the weather is good. Looking towards Lower Pisang. Most importantly, make sure your running shoes are not slippery. Climb slowly, that's the secret. The trail is wide, the soil is compacted, there are very few forks that can confuse you. It's an easy walk. Walking through the beautiful and old village is Chaigru. Everywhere in the circuit, the locals are helpful. They will not hesitate to show you the way. Some say the Annapurna circuit is the most spectacular trail in the world. There are sometimes some mobile stores. Those high-altitude plateaus make the production of milk and meat difficult, but possible. From Manang, there is a trail to Kiliko Lake. It is a long one-day hike. In Manang, there is a checkpoint. As of fall 2023, it was the regulation to be accompanied by a guide or porter, but this was seldom enforced. That day, we were accompanied by a friend with her own porter. So we made a group and had no problem passing the gate. Later, she went on her own way with her porter and we finished the trail by ourselves. We talked to many solar trekkers, and nobody was turned back. Past Manang, there was no jeep. Thanks. It is recommended to stay away from those animals. They don't know you. The trail follows a valley. You cannot get lost. There is a footbridge between Ladar and Thorung La Pass that links the east and the west of the river. Maps.me will ask you to cross the bridge on the west side. Don't. This is a big rock fall. We had a friend who was slightly injured a few days before and had to go to Pakhari to receive care. It is safer to stay on the east side and walk to Thorung La Pass. There is a bridge there, and as of fall 23, Maps.me was not updated. The youngest person we have seen on the ACT, the oldest was me and my wife, 64 and 59. Once in Thorung La Pass the next morning, you have two choices. The first one, a big day. At 4 a.m., you climb 400 meters to the base camp, then to the pass, and you arrive there at 9 a.m. Then you can walk all the way down to Mukting. All that in a single day. The second one is to simply sleep at base camp. Then at 6 a.m., walk across the pass, and all the way down. It is relatively comfortable at 4,900 meters at base camp. There is food, there's Wi-Fi, there are places to sleep, and outdoor toilets. We woke up at no later than 5 a.m. the next morning, and we had breakfast. We started in the dark 2 hours later. That day, we had excellent weather and a wonderful sunrise. 2 days later, the pass received 1 foot of snow. The hikers had to wait an extra day. They are cheaters. They should be reported to the authorities. A coffee shop is waiting for you at the highest point of the pass. Annapurna Circuit is a little easier to hike than Everest Base Camp because you don't spend that much time in high altitude. The walk down to Mukting is easy. The slope is gentle. From Kathmandu to Pokhara, you have the choice between a bus or the plane. I suggest you take the bus from Kathmandu to Besi Sahar, hike the ACT, take a bus from Mukting to Pokhara, or take a plane from Jomsom, then a plane back to Kathmandu. The full-size buses are awful. Take a minibus instead. Go to the bus station in the morning. There are plenty. There is cellular service in some villages. It's good for texting and sending photos, but a bit slow for videos. You would be relying mostly on Wi-Fi provided by your hotel, which is also slow during dinner time. Also, pre-download Maps.me along with the map for ACT. You can find accommodation in any village. They serve food, they offer shelter, and provide a thick comforter. Rooms are not heated, though the only room that is heated is the dining room. It's good to bring an extra sleeping bag during the cold month. We were there during the high season of mid-October, and we sometimes needed to reserve in advance. Inquire and ask a guide to make a reservation for you. 1 day ahead is enough. They will do that for free because they get favors from the hotel they book you to. You don't need much equipment. We each had a 35-liter backpack that we had bought from Kathmandu. What you need are non-slippery shoes. All the locals and porters wear running shoes, a set of spare clothes, night slippers, personal medication, a hygiene kit, your phone and phone charger, maybe a battery pack, water purifying pills, a poncho, a thick shirt or sweatshirt to wear under a windbreaker. You don't need to be an expert hiker. If you have done other hikes before, you should be okay on the ACT.
Snow.
Look at us, friend. Say hello.
Wear a hat, bring UV protection for your lips and your face. Hope this video helped. Be careful on the trails. Leave a like.